Wichita, Patient Radio, stereo power. What the world needs now is
Hey now! Hey now!
Error. It's North Korean Connie. If you're looking for any kind of nuclear missiles or any other thing to help grow up and take over the world, go to ConradandJackshow.com.
King Kong ain't got shit on me!
When are you going to hell? When are you going to hell?
Fucking rope. Big pickle. Snapper. Hello, Mom. And magic. I'm puppet. Conrad G Show. Live. A moving radio.
Scabies lotion. It's the Connie G Show.
Punch for 800, please.
A blow to the back of the neck is the...
A giant hole.
His name was Happy. Happy
Butthole.
through the bushes. I'll never let you get lost again, cried the little boy, who was so happy that he gave Happy a kiss on his wet little puppy nose. The end.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Miss Lippy, the part of the story I don't like is that the little boy gave up looking for Happy after an hour. He didn't put posters up or anything. He just sat on the porch like a goon and waited. That little boy's got to think. You got a pet. You got a responsibility. If your dog is lost, you don't look for an hour and then call it quits. You get your ass out there and you find that fucking dog.
Yeah, that's a big chunk of concrete.
What do you want to know? Come on. Or I'm going to go in now, so if you don't... What? Doesn't matter
Fuck
which
you,
one
Jay.
run. There'll be a quarterback that'll be named next week that'll be the starter. There's 3 quarterbacks on this football team. Whichever one starts. Whichever ones don't, will back him up. Period.
Crazy
Cut and
drunk
dry.
bastards.
It's nobody's concern but ours. Nobody's. Next.
Welcome to Costco. I love you.
Talk to the trainer.
Welcome
Next.
to Costco. I love you.
Mike, why are you in such a bad mood?
Where am I?
Okay.
There's no Hulkamaniacs here! I've never been here before! Ah! It's not hot!
You're not talking as tough as your friend over
What
there.
is this place?
Go away, Peyton.
Since when did porch monkey suddenly become a racial slur?
The whole world is connected now. It's all connected by Bill Gates and that Rain Man Zuckerberg. He and his Jews have connected the whole world, and now they're toppling regimes. And Egypt and Japan and the Jews.
Much that they don't take.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
How about a Fresca? Huh?
In my mind, I'm never going to die in no ghetto. Absolutely never. If a man turns around and punches me in the head, the fight's on. If he cuffs me, the fight's on. If I'm shot, the fight is on. I'm not losing no fight.
Will be law.
Bruce Jenner is a man.
No, Brian. That's what the press would have you believe, but he's not. Bruce Jenner is a woman. An elegant, beautiful Dutch woman.
Hey! You not putting out? No, she is. We already did it.
Yeah. He was great.
Okay. Hey, a couple of us guys were wondering, we go family style on her.
Shithawks. Big, dirty shithawks.
Hey, how about a little something, for the effort,
Oh, guys, good you're here. I am so excited. Guess what?
I hope this isn't about your podcast again.
Why, did you finally listen to it?
Yeah, it's just 15 minutes of you listing all the hats you could think of.
Sherlock Holmes hat, football man hat, angry working class Irish idiot hat, underwear 'cause you're a cat in a laundry basket hat,
Vietnamese, the sun is my enemy hat. Halloween mask that I flip up to eat my candy hat. College guy wearing a pizza box hat. Blue hat. I think that's all the hats.
What have we got here? A fucking comedian.
It's all right. It's okay. There's something to live for. Jesus told me so.
You're so ugly you could be a modern art masterpiece.
There's that fag talk we talked about.
What is happening here? Why are you taping them?
Well, because they got great banter. They jib-jab. Jib-jab, jib-jab, jib-jab. I use it for the car. Because my stereo's busted.
You are a fucking piece of shit!
He posted a bunch of naked pics of me online, and that was the last straw.
Oh my God. That's disgusting. Naked pics online? Where? Where did he post those?
I don't know, one of those disgusting ex-girlfriend porno sites.
Oh, those disgusting ex-girlfriend porno sites. I mean, there's so many of them, though. Which one?
The hell is a podcast? I mean, why don't you just tape it? What are you doing? Chris Gaines was Garth Brooks. I just figured that out.
I'll end you!
My grandmother used to call me a porch monkey all the time when I was a kid because I'd sit on the porch and stare at my neighbors.
Some retarded wizard in the forest.
Hi, guys. I just met her. Yeah, fantastic. She has some nice titties. All right, titty shoes.
I can't believe that came out of Bruce Jenner's vagina.
Wow, that's almost impossible.
Well, first of all, through God, all things are possible, so jot that down.
I am the god of jits and wine.
I have the grace of a falcon, and I'll be in and out like a demon's whisper.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. And fuck you, I'm out.
Dead air.
Well, no shit.
He talks like a fag, too.
Drinking night, drinking for two. Drinking with you. When drinking was new.
He was contemporary. He wasn't some little old man with a gray beard sitting in a doty. He was wearing Speedos and Ray-Bans, you know, and he was dancing, and he was doing, you know, contemporary music.
He spoke 4 or 5 languages. He was a...
And now, Mike Pence eats cereal.
Green bean casserole.
There are 4 pieces. Winter concert is this week. Of course, Brown is relying on me to practically run the whole thing.
Is that why you're picking up her dry cleaning?
I'm in charge of more than just this. I have real responsibilities. You know that, Christine. You mind your own fucking business.
Isn't this her assistant's job?
It's called being a good person. Maybe you should try it sometimes instead of kissing doctors' asses all day.
It's the hospital. Meet me outside.
Bitch boy. Not another fucking word out of you.
Beach boy. Beach boy. Beach boy.
Can you please just put this on Deborah, please?
Beach boy. What's she calling you, beach boy?
Nothing. Can I please get a receipt, please?
Beachy boy.
Just
Beach boy. Beach boy. Beach boy. Beach boy. Beach boy. Beach boy.
A woman in Canada was so incensed about something Tim Hortons employees did or didn't do, she dropped her pants, went to the bathroom on the floor, threw it, grabbed some napkins to wipe, threw those too, and left.
Well,
Central Texas man is feeling much better after doctors took a tapeworm out of his brain.
You Pinocchio fucking knows somebody knows this. Why don't you? Why not you? Why don't you grow your own? This is not your fucking property. Go somewhere else. Fuck you. Go mind your own business. No. You just don't know what's right or wrong, do you? You're a fucking whore. You like to steal. You stick your nose in everybody's fucking business. This is goddamn alley property, bitch. No, it's not. This don't have your name on it. Where's your name, bitch? Where's your name, bitch? Where's your name? Where's my name? Where's your fucking name on this alley property, bitch?
Long, long
Eat bread and desserts, then just get all fat and sassy.
Wrap the cheese around the banana and eat right away. That's very good.
I got scared. I dropped my hot pocket.
I told him I was gonna kill him all that with a gun if he didn't get out of my house. When I pulled the gun out on him, I guess he didn't think it was a real gun because he didn't worry about it. He just kept on walking. When he was coming downstairs and told me he was gonna kill me and F you all that, I shot through a hamper that he was carrying and it went through a full metal jacket bullet. I went straight to the bag and hit him on his leg.
Hey now!
He started crying like a little baby.
That's gotta be true.
It's time for Pizza Roll Roulette.
Hey guys, welcome to the show. A place where everybody can just come and unwind. You know, a place where you want to have fun. And you can.
Conrad. Conrad.
Conrad.
Conrad.
Conrad.
Conrad.
And now broadcasting from Studio N in the middle of nowhere, Kansas, it's the Connie G Show.
Keep my hands on myself. Pick up dust them off, put them back up on the shelf. Kiss my little baby girl is in need. Am I coming out of left field? Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks now. I've been feeling it since 1966 now. Might be over now, but I feel it still. Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks now. Let me kick it like it's 1986.
What's up, everybody? And welcome to the show, home of the tightest, shortest intro in the game. As you guys know, I'm trying to trim a little bit off. I just don't know where to cut the fat. That's the problem. When everything means something, you just kind of keep it all in there. But speaking of things that might mean something to some people, the day I record this is the 22nd of May, 2025. You're in luck if you're one of the people that don't enjoy listening to somebody sniffle throughout their entire show. Because I feel right now I don't have any runny nose or allergy. So I won't be, blowing snot all over the microphone like I did the past couple episodes. And if that makes you want to go back and listen, great. If not, then that makes sense also. But it doesn't matter anyways. So anyways, it's the 22nd. That's a long way of saying welcome to May 22nd. And thank you to those of you that feel like you need thanked. yeah, thank you for, the support. Thanks for the support. I just want to take some time as somebody who has suffered with plaque psoriasis for over a decade, knowing that I have a place where I can go and not be judged. That's kind of a safe place. I might start calling it a safe place. I don't think it's ever been called. It's a place. It's safe. Can't put those together. Anyways, thanks for accepting me. So what's happened since I last talked to you? Well, I don't know. Maybe I should bring this up because I've been subtle with a B. I've been subtle about it, but maybe I should be more blatant about it. Come on, guys. I did a whole episode talking about how we've lost pirates. Like people aren't choosing that as a profession or a career anymore. And not, a week later, maybe 2 weeks later, a frickin' Mexican pirate ship, which, surprise of the century, did we know that existed? I mean, I think you could play fucking Jeopardy for the next 20 years and not choose, hey, Alex, Mexican pirate ship. What is that, Because it didn't exist, but apparently they built one or, whatever, stole one. However they get them, but they had it all frickin' iced out with outdoor lighting, and they had a bunch of damn Oompa Loompa people that were climbing around on the sticks, the masts, and frickin' they try and go under the Brooklyn Bridge, I think, and they smacked it. They smacked the top of their mast. The big old stick hit the bridge and fell down, and I think they hit 2 sticks. And I think it showed a picture of like a bunch of the Oompa Loompa people were on those masts. So it's like, I don't know if they just grabbed the bridge and just hung on or, dove in the water or what. Because I don't think anybody, thankfully, I don't think anybody died. But, I died from like, what the heck? I just said pirate ships and now there's a damn, I wasn't the only one that was calling it a pirate ship either, which I understand. If it was me labeling stuff, it could be bias. I could walk by almost any boat and be like, it's a pirate ship. But the frickin' news, I mean, there's many news people, whatever those are, that were saying pirate ship. And it was just because it looked like it, it's like, if you close your eyes and you think about what a pirate ship looks like, that was what hit the bridge. So the pirates, no, there's no such thing as, I don't think, as far as, I wouldn't think of Mexicans as pirates, but I guess if in a way, like they're like land pirates. I don't know. We took them, I think they had this territory and then there was a war. I don't know. There's been so many history books written. It's hard to remember. We had the Alamo, where we took it from the Spanish. Anyways, you can come here to listen to me, butcher history for you. You can do that on your own. You can do that at home with your friends. I just thought it was odd that that's just been happening like more and more. And I know if you're like hyper aware about stuff, then it seems to be happening more and more. Like that's what people will tell you. It's like it's gonna seem that way to you. It's like, well, if it seems that way to me, isn't it that way to me? Like what does that? It's not really happening. It just seems that way to you. Oh, really? Okay, well, great. Just walk around. Things aren't what they seem, at least to me. But it seems as if the universe is picking up on what we're throwing down here at the studio or, wherever we're spitting our frickin' ideas, because stuff's showing up in addition to a pirate ship hitting the Brooklyn Bridge, which I can't say that I prophesized, all I said is we need more pirates. And maybe by killing a few of them, by them hitting a bridge, we'll get a few more. I don't know. But and I don't know if any of them got killed. But in addition to that prediction of just putting pirate ships into the ether, I told Jonah a while back that we come up with an item that I would find, and I said I'm going to find a fortune cookie wrapper, like the fortune of the fortune cookie. And I found a wrapper, and I told you, might have said it on the show, but I found like the plastic wrapper for a fortune cookie, which I thought was pretty close, because this was like 2 days after I told him that. But we haven't really thought about it, and then today, guess what I found? A fortune from a fortune cookie. And it said, when choosing between the lesser of two evils, choose the evil you haven't chosen yet, or something like. It's really odd. It was odd. I was reading it with my brother, and both of us were confused by it. It wasn't a great fortune, but the point was that I found it, and I had told Jonah, like, I randomly said that. We were trying to be as random as possible. So, anyways, that may mean nothing to, like, if anybody's even fucking listening, it's not like, I don't expect you to turn this off and go, like, wake your kids up and tell them that I found a fortune from a fortune cookie. But I do expect you to mention it over dinner. Like, you know, when people are asking you what is an important, like, hey, what'd you do today? What's up with your day? You'd be like, you know what? I was listening to this fucking podcast where this guy had told his son that when he's picking up trash, the next thing he's going to find is a fortune from a fortune cookie. Then he found one. And he's also was talking about pirates a couple weeks ago, and then that pirate ship hit that bridge. So it's interesting. And they would be like, oh, what's it called? And, you know, you could tell them, whatever. It's called the George Bush Presidential Memorial Podcast. You guys know that. So, anyways, Jonah's actually overhearing. He just had some Taco Tico overhearing the show. So I'm getting a little bit distracted because I'm watching the intro to Grand Theft Auto 5. Like, it looks like they're going to a hotel or something, or a casino. And it reminds me of the movie where it's got Zach Galifianakis, and they go into the hotel lobby and they're checking in, and Zach Galifianakis says that he's asked if they have any payphones because he's not getting any signal on his beeper. But this is a casino resort, the Diamond. I don't know if you guys have been playing GTA 5. It's kind of like mindless violence. Yeah, it's mindless violence, as Jonas said. And we built a computer. That was what I was going to say, which was kind of cool. We just ordered all the shit that goes into a computer and put it all together. And so far, so good, I think. It's working. It's like when we were going through the process, there is parts of it that are like, you want to make sure you're doing it the correct way. Like, you're not trying to jab a frickin', some pin off the end of a cable, or you're trying to jab it into the back of a computer chip, just like a monkey, It's like, I want to try to do this right, but the problem is, like, you overthink it a lot. So once you get done, once you get done doing it, you just are like, oh, that's really simple. It should take 5 minutes the next time. So, but people that do the videos on them, they make it seem like it's fucking super complicated too. And then I was thinking about that. It's like, well, maybe to these dum-dums, it is super complicated. Like, because typically the people that are, building computers for a living, and I'm not trying to stereotype here, but I will throw them all in the same box, because the outliers are just that. They're outliers. Most of them are going to be people that, like, this has been what they've done their whole childhood, and they've grown up with computers and just disassembling and assembling them, but their expertise probably didn't leave whatever room they were allowed to, build their robots in. And I think that, if you have any kind of like mechanical background that doesn't even have to be computer related, you can follow along pretty simple. I mean, if you can build Legos, you can build a computer, I guess is what I'm saying. Like, it all pretty much snaps together. You don't have to like frickin' solder, you don't have to solder a motherboard from nothing. Like, get a piece of that peanut brittle stuff it's made out of, and
cardboard.
Yeah, I don't know. And then put all those weird magic metal teardrops all over it. Like, you don't have to do that shit. You just gotta buy the stuff. And I think ultimately it was probably, in the same ballpark of a computer we could have bought that was already done. But I don't think we could have bought it, with the component. I think we got a good value. So, not that it doesn't matter. It's cool. It's our thing, to have it, that we did it. But, if you're like, I don't give a shit that you built a computer, I would understand. Like, yeah, it's kind of personal thing, I guess. Some people might be like, that's cool, and have questions. But I don't know. I think maybe now that might be like a 90s thing, that people would think it's impressive if you built a computer. I think now it's like, they're like, well, what does it do? Like, why would you tell me that? If you tell somebody you built a computer, they'd be like, for what? Like, for what? Are you trying to build a portal to the nether? Like, what would you build a computer for? Don't you have a phone? It's like, yeah, I know, I have a phone. Just use your phone. What do you need a computer for? Everybody just wants you to be on their phone. It's like, I play video games? Oh. Anytime you tell somebody that you do something, they always pick the opposite, it seems. I never understood that. But, anyways. I was thinking about, I don't even know if I even looked at my list here.
I got 12.
I can actually get to the show. I do have a list, but
I got 12,500 chips. I got 3 cherries.
I wrote down a few things like Mark Zuckerberg, Elon, Jeff Bezos, what the fuck. I wrote down Kyle Rittenhouse. These are just things that like really caught me, and I just had to jot them down. I'm not doing as many notes as I used to do, where it's like every little thing I'd write a note down. But these, and then the other one I had was segregation, which might not be that timely or topical. I don't know. I guess some people would be like, well, yeah, that happened and we're through it. And it's because of that, I feel like it's now time that, I can bring it up in a different way. And the only reason I was thinking about it was this. It's like, when Donald Trump was elected the first time and the nation was in shock, there was a women's rights movement where a bunch of women, like maybe even 1 million women, knitted a bunch of wool hats that were pink and put them on their head and said that they were pussy hats, they were vagina hats. And they marched the Capitol. They marched to Washington, D.C. And they marched around with these frickin' pink retarded wool things on the top of their head, thinking that that's going to advance the women's rights agenda. But it was this huge news. For like a year, it was this big news. And I guess my point is, like, I knew about it. I'm familiar with it. I lived through that point of time, and it was this national story. But now that I look back on it, it's like it didn't affect me at all. Like, it wasn't in my area. Nobody cared. It's like it was almost imaginary because it didn't matter. And so with that context, I started thinking back to like other moments in our nation's history that were newsworthy moments. And it got me back to like during the civil rights, there were like, you know, these big speeches that were given and these big just assemblies of people that would get together for their protest. And I was thinking, well, maybe like from the images and the video that we see, it seems like, wow, this is crazy. But it's like, well, when we saw the images and videos to, you know, whatever movement, the Kyle Rittenhouse thing, you know, like, it's like, this is crazy. This shit is, but really like as a country, we just like turn it off. We just turn the TV off and then go back to sleep. And so is it that crazy? Like, was it this huge thing, or were most people like, dude, I don't give a shit what they do. I'm just here. Like, I don't understand what they're doing. We don't need them to tell us that we're allowed to eat, or, you know what I mean? In the case of the segregation. But then I got to thinking like, okay, there is still this part where it's like, once you integrate, once you desegregate, like, I don't know what the assumption was. I knew that there was an assumption that there'd be friction based on just the racism of probably both, you know, both sides, meaning like just the outward racism from the white people and then the resentment and the hatred towards that racism, like a reactionary towards. So there's this friction that you kind of, it's like, okay, we're going to integrate. There's going to be friction. Okay, I guess we're making that happen. That's the energy. But that's what happens. There's this friction as you're integrating. But then there's this, okay, you've cooled down period. You get through it. Everybody's like, yeah, it's cool, whatever. We never cared, you know. The younger people, I think, probably didn't care as much as the older generation that was trying to hang on to something. Their fucking racist ways, I guess. But it's a interesting thought to be like, you know, once it stopped being such a huge deal, which maybe it's only portrayed as huge as the Women's March was and is portrayed. So maybe it was kind of blown out of proportion anyways. And two, once you get through it and it's like, now, you know, white people are allowed to eat at black restaurants, or black people are allowed to eat at white restaurants. It's like, black people don't want to eat at white restaurants. There is that part too that nobody ever talks about. It's like, you can have the choice to want to be able to hang out with all of the people in a room, but you might naturally gravitate towards people who seem to have similar interests and are of a similar demographic. I don't know what that is, like tribalism or something. That there's probably like a scientific term for that instinct that we have. But beyond that, there's a cultural divide that, regardless of integration that you have by desegregating things, there's still the part where it's like, the brothers don't want to come down and go line dancing at the South 40. You know, they don't want to watch white people dance. Like, who cares? It's like, hey guys, we should hang out more because now that it's desegregated over there. It's like, we don't want to hang out. Like, it's like you did all this and then, oh, we don't want to eat there. We just, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's kind of the way I was thinking about it. It's like, not that I don't want to say that I think segregation is better. I think that people naturally segregate from each other into their different groups, I guess is what they're going to do. That you can't like have a law. It's like you're making a law because it's unfair to not serve certain people. But then it's also like there's this whole part where certain people won't go to restaurants based, like, it doesn't matter anyways. It doesn't need to be a law. They weren't going to go anyways. I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a practical example. I mean, to me, it's obvious. It's like I've had a friend before where he happened to be a black guy, and I was like, "Do you want to go, to this?" The place was called China Star. Do you want to go over there as a buffet, a Chinese buffet? And he said, "No, I don't eat dog, dude." Like, he just never ate Chinese food, and so it's like, if you were a Chinese restaurant that didn't serve black people, would it really affect him? He wasn't going to eat what he called dog. And I think like if you just want to take a couple steps back from that whole thing, you might even think that he was being a bit insensitive, right? In the way that he described the Chinese cuisine. Which I've never believed that in this country it's dog. But I think that, people gonna eat. People gonna eat what they're gonna eat. So horse is on the table. I mean, stuff's happening. But anyways, I just got a text, but then my watch died. It's fine. I don't want I think the you can't legislate companionship. You can't. But I'm totally for it. You shouldn't be allowed to exclude anybody. I mean, except pirates. I think you can exclude pirates. And we gotta set some parameters. Clearly, we're not gonna allow people from the border. Those, I think it's this 4 years. Is it? It doesn't have to do with the Olympics, but it's similar in the way it's set up. That during the Trump administration, we're supposed to. This is the time where we shut the border and we use the guillotine and chop heads off or whatever for people who want to, I guess, escape to freedom, their shitty lives. But it's just that we want them to do it the right way. That's the thing. It's not that we don't want them in our country. It's just that because they come from a different country, we are certain they're rapists and murderers. And so we already don't want them. But if they want to come in and they can prove that they're not that, even though we know they are, they can try. They can try. So, anyways, I don't know where I was going with that. What was I talking about? Is Q just quantum mechanics? Mark Zuckerberg, Elon, Jeff Bezos. What the fuck? Well, the reason I threw them on there is because I saw Mark Zuckerberg, who you guys know as the creator of Facebook. I don't know what I was talking about earlier. I don't know where I was going with that. I got a text message with a picture and I lost my train of thought based on the content of the photo. It's from my father-in-law, and men of a certain era are part of a different meme club than most others. So he's one of those people that is part of that club. But so it's a disgusting picture is what I'm saying. Disgusting meme. Which is fine. I mean, I'm glad that we're in that level of relationship. Mark Zuckerberg, creator of Facebook. I don't know. You get the douchebag vibe from him, and but I probably project that because most likely it's like we're we're jealous. There's envy, or there's some sort of thing that's wrapped behind projecting this disdain for the gentleman. But I do feel like I can start to my bitching about him can evolve. And I feel like it's getting to a point now where what the complaint is, you're not a normal guy. Like, you don't get to be a bro. And that's what Zuckerberg has been doing lately. He's been wearing plain white tees, like the big old tall, the ones that are like 5 sizes too large, plain white tee, and then he'll wear like some sort of piece, like a leather necklace piece, and then just sit around drinking fucking kava or something, you know, hitting a beanie like a damn, what is that? What is that called when you play with that little beanie sack? Fucking beanie bag game. No, when you beanie bag with your feet and you can't use your hands and you like hacky sack. Freaking Mark Zuckerberg and his $1 billion hacky sack. It's like, dude, you don't get to. I mean, we can't allow it. We don't allow it. You're either part of the haves or the have-nots. And we get it, dude, as have-nots, as middles, as people in the middles, you know, like, we have a more genuine way of life. Like, there's an actual struggle of life. And you, as a billionaire, this goes for Zuckerberg, and Musk, both of these two idiots, because what they're trying to do is be financially not, there's not even a word to describe the security that they have. Like, there's no word that can describe it. Unfathomable financial prosperity. You can't have that access to that kind of superpower in our modern day, but then also be like, but I'm just a down-to-earth bro and want to hang out. Like, fuck off. No, you don't get to. Like, put a fucking suit on and go do money shit. You know? You can't just put a fucking 5X white tee on and go on Joe Rogan and talk about the time you had a black and mild. Nobody gives a shit, man. Like, we don't like you now because you took our money, stole our info, sold it to the highest bidder, used it to create what's going to eventually put us all out of work, and you are going to be fine. But because now you do Tai Chi and Taekwondo, you think you got to come flex your muscles on anybody that'll have you. Which, I just said that to get it off my chest because I did want to announce that Mark Zuckerberg's coming on the show next week. And I didn't want to have any of that kind of resentment built up. So if he's smart, he'll listen, you know? And he says he is. Everybody else seems to think he is. Why? What? Because you built a website to, you know, rank victims? Lick it. Anyways, he's just as bad as Musk. Both of these guys want to hang out and be bros. And I hate it. Hate's a strong word. I don't care. Think what you want to think. But describing like celebrity or I don't even know what word, just almost like royalty in our country. These people with this supreme access, but you can't, I don't know. You can't base it on saying, like, it'd be fun to have a beer with. It's like, no, he wouldn't. I mean, he's just a person, number one. I'm talking Musk. The only one that I don't think is a person is Bezos. Like, that dude is, I think they killed him. Like, if you see old videos of Jeff Bezos, he looks like somebody that works at Shields. Like, he's wearing a polo. He's got that weird balding thing going on where he doesn't have any hair on the top, but he's got it on the sides. And he's... Yeah, male pattern baldness. And he's freaking like a dork and he looks shitty. He looks like a big piece of shit. And he's single and nobody likes him. And he writes in his crybaby book every night. And all of a sudden, people are buying books from him on Amazon, buying used, used adult books on Amazon, and he's getting rich. And then he takes over the world. At some point between selling crappy used fucking books on Amazon to what we are now, Hillary Clinton or somebody killed him. I mean, somebody hit him with an axe. Because the guy I see now on the yacht, the Jeff Bezos 2025 model, he must, there's a conspiracy about adrenochrome where celebrities drink like children's blood to stay young. And if that's the only way I can explain what's going on with Jeff Bezos. He went from a dude that was a male pattern bald to all of a sudden like Jason Statham with this.
He probably just like got a toupee on.
He's still bald, but he did that shaved look, but he's got all the muscles now. They gave him muscles when he ordered them. He ordered his shit. When you become a certain level, I think this is human level though. He's on a human level. He's not on a damn, I don't know what, I don't think he's on a spiritual level. He's too Jeff Bezos to realize that there is no Jeff Bezos. But either way, you get to that level, you're talking about ordering body parts. You want a damn 6-pack or an 8-pack, you just pick up the phone. And you're calling people up and just telling them, hey man, it's me, Jeff. I want an 8-pack, and then go to bed. And fucking that Twinkle Bell or whatever her name is going to come pick you up, take you to 8-pack land. Robin Hood's going to come grab you and take you to Giant Bicepville. Why? Because you're Jeff Bezos. Why? If you're going to have the money, you need to look like a 90s action figure. You know what I mean? You can't... What, you want to be rich? Bill Gates is the opposite. He looks like Big Bird. He looks like a pregnant woman. Which, as much as I dislike Bill Gates, I do enjoy that he has just kept it real as far as outfits go. But anyways, I don't care what those idiots do. They're frustrating, and I seen a picture or a video or a clip of one of them, and they were, wearing a hat or some shit and a big shirt. It's like, it just was irritating. It's just gross. We don't want to see you. I mean, do we really give a shit what Zuckerberg's opinion on anything is? I mean, he's a coder, I mean, okay, you can evolve and you can have experiences, and so maybe we do. Maybe I'm being way too judgmental. I know I am, and I'm sorry. To those guys, I'm sorry. I'm sure there's they earned the white tea that they sit in. So that's good. Speaking of fashion, I'm thinking about transitioning into a different brand of jean. I don't even know I've been using basically thrift store, whatever they have, the thrift store. But I'm going to try to find out what the most comfortable jean is, based on consumer opinion. And then, get the top 5 and then buy them all on, eBay is what my plan is. And just finally find the perfect jean, Because the thing is, I don't think we put enough thought in it. We just, for a lot of us as men especially, if they fit on the waist somewhat and they, aren't falling down or whatever, we're fine with it. It doesn't matter. We don't give a shit if we're restricted or can't. We're not going to run anyways. That's the majority of men. But I'm not like the majority. I need to have a little bit of action. So I'm looking for stretchy action jeans. And so I got some coming. It's kind of my thing. And I don't like the tan ones. I'm not I just don't like cargo shorts. I never have, you know. And that's why I named my first podcast Anti-Cargo. It was just a anti-cargo shorts show where each episode would basically I'd have a friend or a family member come in wearing cargo shorts, and we'd guess what the cargo was in each pocket. It was a fun show, but it's like shorts are supposed to be relaxing, and carrying cargo isn't, you know? So it's like you can't mix them. It's like putting jalapenos on your ice cream. Some people say it's really good, and well, some people say that getting their nutsack burnt with lit cigarettes is good. I mean, who gives a shit what some people say? So, who gives a shit what I say? I mean, basically. So, I've had cargo shorts. I've worn them, you know, and every time I've felt weird. Like I'm doing something wrong. You know when you're not wearing the outfit that is you, is your identity, is what you identify as? Because that's the thing, like, you know, I think a lot of what I've been through and what people go through, maybe some, is this, you lose your ego death, or you try to, I don't know. It's kind of a weird topic. But anyways, you still have, you know, this persona. And sometimes you wouldn't think, like, as long as the clothes fit, it would matter. But we all have this image we're trying to push out of, you know, us, what we want people to see us as, and what we want to see ourselves as, what we're sending out physically. And sometimes, like, if I wear cargo shorts, I'm definitely uncomfortable. I'm sending out, people can tell, like, man, that guy looks like he shit his pants. And I probably did, but, you know, they can tell I'm just, and same like if I wear a suit, or if I, even a lot of polo shirt, I'm not being myself. But you throw me in a damn, you know, t-shirt and jeans, I feel like myself again. And you make those jeans action jeans, well, shit. Now we're talking. So, anyways, I didn't have much to talk about. I really just came on to complain about cargo shorts, and to tell you fuckers that I mean, I predicted a pirate. I mean, we put that out there. That's got to count for something. And if it doesn't, then you got to take the damn... And I don't know what you want with that information, like, or what I want. Like, I don't want you to build a statue of me and, you know, like, idolize it. But I would like I said, just go to lunch and tell somebody about the fortune cookie thing. So, go to, I don't know, go to, like, the most urban area of the inner city that you live in, and find yourself a home-style meal down there. And see if it seems, you know, just check out the demographics and see where people seem to be most comfortable post-60s. So, anyways, I hope I come off as people understand that I just like to think about things, and I don't really care. I don't care I don't give a shit how people come off. Anyways, so I'm getting out of here. Thank you for listening. I didn't get to the Kyle Rittenhouse. I got to at some point, because it's disgusting. I don't want to do it this show. I'll do it next show. I got thoughts. And I got thoughts on SQ quantum mechanics too. But those are just fun conspiracies. I'm going to get out of here. Jonah needs to get off his game and go to bed. And tomorrow's the last day of school, so I'm going to get some kind of music to go out on. We'll just do a random shake-up. We're going to hit this and turn it up and see what happens. Thank you guys for listening. Don't let your meatloaf. Be good to yourself. Peace.